Hey guys, welcome back to Francesca's Books. My name is Francesca, these are my books, and here we talk all things thriller books. If you're new to my channel and enjoy thriller book, don't forget to give me a subscribe for more, and I'm also over on TikTok, Instagram and Goodreads where I update what I'm reading daily. So today is kind of a sad video. I'm going to unhaul a load of books, and I feel like by the time you guys comment like, no, that was an amazing book, it's going to be too late for these books, but we move. I'm actually moving house again for the third time in like 18 months, but we're going to keep going. We're going to push past that and ignore it, and we're just going to focus on the books for now. The only positive of that is that I get to do like a full vlog on my new reading space in the new house, so stay tuned for that. And without further ado, we're gonna go to the shelves. Hello from this wonderful angle. Not my best angle, but we move. So, all these books here are books that I have read, and I've decided I'm gonna keep all these books that I've read because although they're gonna be a big hassle to move, I wanna keep topping up this library, guys. So we're gonna just tackle my unread books, which is all of these shelves today, and I'm gonna kind of go through them and see what I want to keep, see what I don't want to keep, and yeah, just do an unhaul. So some of these are like brand new purchases, so I'm gonna keep those if I've had them for like less than a month or so, because I feel like to unhaul a book that I've just bought is probably not a good idea. But some of them that I've had on this shelf for like a long time and I just never got to and I won't get to, I'm probably just gonna give away to you guys like I did last time. I've just realised I also have these big 2 piles here as well. Eek. Okay, so without further ado, let's organise. Just bought this, coming on my holidays with me. Just bought this. Will I read it? I don't know. Feels like one to unhaul, but I only just got it. So I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it. Powerful by Lauren Roberts. I am not sure that I'm gonna get to this, but look at the sprayed edge. I'm gonna unhaul this, let's be realistic. Don't wanna take books that I'm probably not gonna get to. That's going on the unhaul pile. I feel like I need a specific place for just Christmas books because I have so many and then like year round, like what are you gonna do? I'm not gonna read Dying for Christmas in June, am I? Do you know what I mean? But we're gonna keep it. I got this as like a blind date with a book, and to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna read it. It's about like gangs in like the underworld of Brighton. So I don't know, I feel like this might be up someone else's street. I'm not sure it's up mine, so we're gonna unhaul. The Drift by CJ Tudor. I've had this for a very long time and never got to it. I think because it feels like a winter book. And also I read The Chalk Man by this author and just didn't like it. So I feel like that's like subconsciously put me off. But I feel like I should keep this. It was like a brand new, it was like an actual Waterstones full price situation as well. So I'm gonna keep this. Ah! Guys, I have ACOTAR on my shelves. So bad. I can't get rid of this because will I read it? Actually, I probably won't, but I feel like I need to keep it. I recently read Crescent City, the House of Earth and Blood, the first one, and I actually vlogged this experience, so I'll put it up here if you want to go and watch, but if I'm being honest, it didn't go well. Spoiler. I did like it, but I didn't love it. I think I just didn't get it. Do you know what I mean? I just don't think I understood it. I'm just not sure I'm a fantasy girl. I feel like I'm a low-key fantasy girl as a palette cleanser, not a Crescent City fantasy girl, but I'm gonna keep these. Let me know if any of you thriller people have read ACOTAR and enjoyed it, or let me know if you've read it and not enjoyed it as a thriller girl, I don't know, or thriller guy. We don't discriminate. So I literally got this last week. I think this needs no explanation if you watched my other videos on any platform. And then I have a couple of more romances, Checkmate and Magnolia Parks. I like to have a little pot of romance books I go to when I'm like in the mood. I don't really have many on my Kindle, so when I do read a romance book, it's normally IRL. So I'm gonna keep these, and yeah, I definitely feel like I will get to Magnolia Parks. Like, everybody loves this book on BookTok. So another 2 Christmas books, I'm gonna keep these on my Christmas pile. I will get to those. Apparently they're really spicy Christmas books too, so if you feel an extra festive. Next I have The Interview by CMU, and I don't know about this book. I bought this and another one full price, was so excited, but I think I went on Goodreads and like the reviews weren't amazing, so I just wasn't sure and I've just never reached for it. I feel like somebody else could really enjoy this and it's just probably going to be on my shelf for a while. Unhaul guys, let's do it. Cabin at the End of the World is like a horror thriller, as far as I'm aware. I was recommended this loads, but I have had it for about a year. I'm going to keep this because I've been personally recommended it, okay? I feel like that's the difference. Oh, it's too much, guys, I need to unhaul some more. Okay, so The Girl Before by JP Delaney. I have read The Perfect Wife. I've read The Perfect Wife, but absolutely loved it, you know? It was very different. So I've been told that I would like this one as well. I'm gonna keep this. I feel like I need to bump this up the TBR. Let me know if you agree and you think I should bump this up the TBR. I see these books everywhere, so I feel like I maybe should. This is like a romantasy, and I feel like it's on the darker side, so I should love that as a thriller girl. I'm gonna keep it. This Unhaul's going absolutely horrifically. I've only unhauled 3 books so far, guys. So Blood Oranges by J.M. Cannon. I feel like somebody would just absolutely love this book. I did DNF it. This is quite a new release and I feel like it's been quite popular on TikTok. I've seen this cover quite a lot. So I feel like if you like this kind of thing, you would definitely enjoy it. So I'm gonna unhaul it and I feel like this will be snapped up. And then I have a couple of Kindle Unlimited books I really wanted the physical copy of, and then I still haven't got to. So I feel like that's just sensible to unhaul books that are on KU, especially when somebody else could actually enjoy these. So we've got Beneath These Walls and Death Do Us Part, so unhaul. So I know I said I don't want to read any more fantasy and I need to like keep it to strictly thrillers, but my friend recommended Six of Crows the other day and was like, it's a fantasy obviously, but it's like kind of like dystopian and there's like a trial that they have to go through and blah blah blah, and I thought, you know what, that actually sounds right on my street, and just grabbed the label off it. It was only £3 from the works. So I bought Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo, and I feel like this might be up my street, and also it's absolutely got gorgeous illustrations. And there's little crows in between. Look at them. Look at the little guy. So yeah, I just bought this. Definitely will get to it. You don't want to see this pile right now. In fact, I'm going to show you this pile right now. Absolute chaos. TARDIS. It's not going anywhere, is it? Let's be honest. Ah! Just a little nod to my youth. Sammy, I'm looking at you. Another ACOTAR book. I'm going to keep it. Am I going to keep it? Don't know, maybe I should sell these ACOTAR books, guys, or just give them away. Will I realistically read ACOTAR? Will I realistically read it? I'm gonna have a think about that while I'm doing the rest of this video. My granddad got me this book, bless him. I just can't bear to part with it. It's staying on the shelves. So next I have a couple of like vacation thrillers. So The Trip and The Contest. I actually haven't gotten to these, even though they are like right up my street. But I went on Goodreads and they were like 3.2 or something. And I just thought, I was having like a series of like 3-star reads and I just thought I just can't do another 3-star read. So I may unhaul these actually. I feel like they might be quite cheap on Kindle as well, you know, because they're like lesser known authors. I'm gonna unhaul them. Someone can really enjoy those, do you know what I mean? My pile just went, guys. Next up, Eye for an Eye is on June's TBR. That is not going anywhere. I'm definitely going to get to that this month. Everyone keeps telling me to read it, and I'm going to read it, guys. Then Private Rome by James Patterson. I feel like this is an absolute staple if you want crime, and if you're also going to Italy, I mean, come on. But I am going to unhaul it, because I feel like somebody going on holidays to Italy could enjoy this more than me. Everyone Here Is Lying, Shari LaPenna. I feel like this is definitely a keep. I literally just got this, and I love Shari LaPenna. I feel like her books are so different that like, you can't really go wrong, because you know you're gonna get something different out of all of them, but it does feel like a very like, rich neighbourhood, nothing could ever touch us vibe, until it obviously does, because it's a thriller book. No introduction, going on the ACOTAR pile, TBC. Serial Killer's Wife. I don't know about this, you know. I got this a while ago, but then I've heard mixed things. Let me know if I should read this, guys. I am going to keep it, purely because I have seen some good things, but I feel like if anybody's read this, can you please let me know in the comments? I actually want advice on this one. And then Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware is a Ruth Ware that I haven't got to yet, which I'm still very excited for, and Recursion by Blake Crouch. We'll definitely get to this very soon, so they are both a keep. Guys, look, there's so many. There's so many, it just keeps going. This is my old Kindle case, don't need that. Right, All the Hidden Monsters. I actually was sent this very kindly by the publisher, and at the time I thought, I don't know if I'm ever going to read that, but listen to this, okay, as a thriller girl, bear in mind, listen to this. A grisly murder, a detective warlock with a dangerous past, a girl out of her depth, can they solve the case? It's basically a thriller in a fantasy world, so I'm gonna keep that. Oh my god, it's a no-brainer. I'm gonna keep it. I might read that tonight. It sounds amazing. Here to Stay by Mark Edwards, I'm gonna keep. This is definitely on Kindle Unlimited, but I feel like, oh no, is it on Kindle Unlimited? I feel like it is. Or I have it on my Kindle. Either way, it's on the Kindle. But I feel like I'm going to keep this because I know it's going to be a good one. So when I do read it, I can be like, remember this? This is a non-fic left over from my #DeadDad Club that happened last year. So I will finish this at some point, but it's a Headspace book. So we're just going to leave this one where it is. The Echo Man I'm reading right now. Just mixing between physical and Kindle. That's why it's like on the top there. So I'm going to put that over there actually. Let Me Lie, Claire Mack. I love you, Claire Mackintosh. You know you are staying. You know you are staying. So I actually have the idea review as well, the book, obviously the book, but it's just been released as a film and everyone was like talking about it in like, I don't know, on TikTok as just like normal TikTok, not even book talk, as the film, because that was amazing. So I got a copy of the book with the film cover, but of course it is a romance, and I also believe that it's about two exes that keep getting back together, I want to say. So I feel like I shouldn't read this. I feel like I definitely shouldn't read this. I think I might unhaul this, to be honest. I feel like I'm not right in the right headspace for anything like this right now. The Sanatorium, I'm not gonna lie guys, this goes no further, okay, but I actually thought this was the same as The Institution. Wait, let me get the book and you're gonna see what I mean. So in my head, these were the same book. Like, obviously they're different, but I don't know. I saw like dark blue colours and a eerie landscape and yellow writing and just assumed they were the same. Anyway, I have read this one and really liked it, so I probably will like this one as well, because I do like that vibe, you know, like the psychiatric facility in the middle of nowhere vibe. Probably because I'd fit in so well. Sanatorium's a keep, but push me to read this because it's been on my shelf way too long for the fact that I've not read it. I don't even have any words for this. I think I'm gonna unhaul it. The Passengers by John Mars is a definite keep. John is absolutely amazing. If you don't follow him already on like other platforms, definitely go give him a follow. He sent me this and signed it, bless him. Amazing author, amazing guy, and I will definitely read this very soon. So next we have a couple of Claire Douglas books. I've got The Sisters, yeah, and The Woman That Lied. I absolutely loved The Couple at Number 9, like gave it 5 star. I've only given 3 books 5 star this year and that was one of them. And I read The Girls Who Disappeared as well by the same author and really enjoyed that. I feel like they're just like a headspace thing. If you want a Claire Douglas, you kind of know what you're gonna get. And for that reason, I feel like I've not gravitated towards them, but definitely doesn't mean I won't. I will 100% read these 2 books. Keep crouching down, guys. I feel like I've got a workout in this unhaul. From the Embers is a really short romance book, and I had it on my shelf because I was like, when I want something like palette cleanser-ish and I can read it in like a night, I thought this, but then I read a bit more into the concept, and it's about like a man and a woman who are in a fire with their respective partners, and then the partners both die and they like seek solitude, like seek peace in one another and end up getting together, and I'm not sure how I feel about that. And also I've got it on my Kindle as well. I think I bought it in the 99p sale, so I'm gonna unhaul this one. I Will Find You is one of Harlan Coben's like really popular books, and I know I would like this, but I'm actually gonna unhaul it, you know, just decided, because I have never once reached for this or thought about reading it. So I'm gonna unhaul it, and I feel like if I'm that desperate to read it, I'll just get it on Kindle. Probably a controversial opinion, but I didn't actually enjoy Fool Me Once, the book. Like, it was okay, just wasn't like amazing, I don't know. And then I watched a TV show and I also wasn't that really impressed, so I feel like that's kind of like tainted my opinion of Harlan Coben a little bit. So I've got The Family Remains by Lisa Jewell, which I'm definitely going to keep. I adore Lisa Jewell. This is basically a Lisa Jewell stan account at this point, but I've just never got around to it. I feel like The Family Upstairs, the first book in that duo, was quite dark, so I feel like I've been bracing myself for it. I've also got Exiles, which I actually just bought from a charity shop one day on a bit of a whim, and I've never been drawn to it since, so I feel like that's an unhaul, because I know somebody would like this. It is a popular book, so it's gonna unhaul. This is where I feel like you guys are gonna be in the comments like, no, why did you unhaul that? That was one of my absolute favourites, and that is just the risk I'm taking, if I'm being honest, at this point. Last time I did an unhaul about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago when I moved last time, I had so many people in the comments like, no, that was an absolute favourite, and I was like, oh, brilliant. This is the second Magnolia Parks book, so I'm going to keep that. I do have like the new covers. I wasn't blessed enough to get the old covers, but I'm going to keep it. Actually, are Magnolia Parks on Kindle Unlimited? I'm going to check. I feel like if they are, there's no need to have the physical copy. They're on Kindle Unlimited! No way. How did I not know that? Okay, I'm going to unhaul them, because if I want to read them, I'll read them on KU. And also, this is my logic as well. I've been a thriller girl and a thriller creator, okay? When I talk about books like this, no one really wants to hear about them, so having the actual physical copy is a bit of a waste, if you know what I mean. Waste of shelf space, I could put more thrillers on here. Another ACOTAR going on the ACOTAR pile. The Prisoner by B.A. Paris. I feel like this is a brand new cover. I feel like I used to have a black cover. I have read quite a lot of B.A. Paris recently, actually, and really enjoyed her work. I feel like you know what you're gonna get with a B.A. Paris, and they're like a solid 4-star read. I've never read one that's like absolutely wowed me. Doesn't mean this one wouldn't, but I am gonna keep it because I do have a bit of a B.A. Paris collection going. This is a Christmas, going on the Christmas pile. Tessa Bailey, cannot go wrong. Tessa Bailey is the queen of spice, the queen of romance, and honestly just the queen in general. If you don't know Tessa Bailey, go check her out. I met her in Manchester actually 2-3 months ago, and literally absolutely lives up to how incredible she is in real life too. The Dollhouse by Phoebe Morgan. When I got this, I was so excited to read it. So excited, and I don't really know what happened. Yeah, maybe I need to bump this back up the list. Let me know if I should bump this back up the list. Another Christmas book, but I feel like I might actually unhaul this one, A Winter in New York. I'm gonna unhaul it. This is a book that I am saving for winter. It's a Cruise Gone Wrong vibe, and it's a TV show. Amazing. Cannot wait for like a really cold day to read that. Not gonna read like about a cold cruise gone wrong in summer. Oh, we're done. At risk of having a little moon face, we are going to go with this angle for the next shelf. Okay, I have 2 Claire McGowan books. Her brand new one, Truth, Truth, Lie, and Are You Awake? I met this author recently and she kind of gave me these 2 books. They are on Kindle Unlimited though. It's literally my excuse for everything, isn't it? Anyone read these? Let me know. I'm going to put these on a maybe pile, and when you guys tell me, then I'm going to decide whether to keep them or not. I feel like if anyone knows me, they're going to be like, what the hell? But I have Catriona Ward's newest book. I did not like The Last House on Needler Street, but I'm all about second chances, you know? And I feel like I may like this one a lot more. The concept sounds a lot better. This is like an author's revenge plot style book, and hopefully it won't be as obscure as the other one. The Last House on Needler Street, yeah. This is more of a psychological suspense or literary thriller. It's definitely not a psychological thriller like through and through what I'm used to reading, but everybody has absolutely sworn by this on across like BookTok and Bookstagram. Like I've seen so many good reviews, so I feel like if I'm in the right headspace for it, it would be a perfect read. This is my paperback copy of The Reappearance of Rachel Price, which was kindly sent in advance of publication by the publisher, which is amazing. So I'm going to keep that because some things are priceless. I do actually have the hardback finished copy as well, but that's the cover that everybody knows, so I'm gonna have to keep this for when I talk about it. The Light That Blinds Us, I'm gonna get to this, Andy. If you see this video, I promise you I am gonna be absorbed in this. This is written by Andy Darcy Theo, who I also follow over on BookTok, and he's the loveliest guy. I actually met him recently at Hay Festival again, and Andy, I'm gonna get to this. I promise you, this is gonna be incredible. You're gonna turn me into a fantasy girl. Ah! The books fell again, guys. I wanted this book, yeah, for so long, and so much that I paid full price on a random day. I was so desperate to read it, and I've still never read it. I feel like I need somebody to tell me to read this. If it's like, is it good? I really don't know. I'm debating. I'm gonna put this in the maybe pile as a debating it. So The Poison Garden, this has never spoke to me from my shelves. I'm not actually sure when I bought this or where I got it from. I actually can't remember. It's not one that I actually have ever really gravitated towards. I don't know why. She was raised in a cult and it's an escape story. That's probably why. I'm not really a fan of cult vibes. No, I'm gonna unhaul this. I'm gonna unhaul this. There's so many books in the world. Another B.A. Paris, Bring Me Back. I definitely will get to this 100%. As I say, I'm making my way through B.A. Paris's backlist. I feel like this one and Prisoner are they maybe the only ones I have left to read. I feel like it's definitely not many, so I'll let you know. So I got this from a charity shop, yeah, and I saw one of my favourite BookTokers who is American reading it and absolutely loving it. She's called Sydney Books. If you don't follow her, I definitely recommend that you do. I get most of my recommendations from her, and I've just not been drawn to it. I feel like it's definitely more of like a chilling autumn winter vibe to read. It's about this guy who goes around basically kidnapping people, but then there's obviously like one that got away, and I think it's from her point of view, but I'm not 100% sure. I've also got Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman, and if this is the first video of me you're watching, hello, welcome. I absolutely adore the TV show Lucifer, and guess who wrote Lucifer? This guy. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give his books a go. He also wrote some of the Doctor Who episodes, which, as you can see, lives on from my youth. So when I realised this guy was actually an author too, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna give him a go. This one sounded like the most up my street, but literally since the day I bought it, I've never been drawn to it, and I feel like that's a sign. Oh no, guys, it sounds so good. So basically this guy stops to help a girl who's bleeding on the street, and his life changes because it leads into like the underworld of London that's filled with murderers and angels. Pale girls in black velvet, a beast in a labyrinth, and an earl who holds court in a tube train. I don't know, I might keep it actually. Let me know what you think about this one. Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix was recommended to me by my amazing friend Sammy, but I'm so sorry Sam if you are watching this. I just don't feel like I am going to get to this book. I think I've had my moment with horror. I think I read enough horror like a couple of months ago to like last me, and I was kind of sat there like, do you know what? No, I am a thriller girl. I'm going to unhaul this. Ruth Ware, Immediate Keep, just waiting for the winter vibes. Okay, so these hardbacks down here, I have actually read those, so I'm gonna leave those as is, all apart from Isolation Island by Louise Minchin, which I've mentioned on my channel about 20 times so far because she is the most incredible person. But this is a keep, just haven't got to it yet, but really need to. Definitely gonna read it this month. These 3 are an unhaul. I'm not even sure why they're still sat on my shelves. I think I've tried to sell them and no one wanted them. It's embarrassing, so they're going on the unhaul pile. Iron Flame, don't tell anyone, but I feel like I have to unhaul this. Am I going to read it? I don't think so. I actually don't. I did like Fourth Wing, but I am so not drawn to reading the next book. I feel like somebody might really want that, you know? somebody who can't get a copy, I don't know. Another Claire Douglas that I will definitely get to. I was lucky enough to get sent this copy, so I'm gonna keep it. I also have the most gorgeous copy of The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. This is super rare because it's the American copy, and I feel like this is not distributed in England very much, so this is an immediate keep. I obviously have a paperback too, but I mean, this is gorgeous. This is The Maidens English paperback copy. It just doesn't even compare, does it really? These are all going on the Unhaul pile. They're all from the same publisher that I just know I'm not going to touch. And also I feel like some of these are really, really good and definitely can be enjoyed by somebody else. That's not me. How gorgeous is this cover? There's no way I could part with this, even if I didn't enjoy the story. Beauty. We then have A Stranger in a Family, which is an art copy, so I will be keeping. And I know this is really ironic because it's the last book, but it is. End of story by AJ Finn. Don't know why this didn't come with a dust jacket. Kind of weird, but I think I may unhaul this. I've not felt drawn to it, and also I didn't really like The Woman in the Window, whatever it is, by AJ Finn. So I feel like I'm probably not gonna like this style either. So I'm gonna unhaul it. So I've read all of these. Have I read all of those? I think we're good. That's it. Guys, you know, I've forgotten, don't you? The magical pile. The magical pile. Not that pile, that pile. So let's go through them. Okay, let's go. You ever seen that meme? Do you know, it's just so funny. I literally just feel like I'm talking to my friends. Well, I mean, I am, I guess. Hide and Seek, Andrea Mara. Definitely a keep. Definitely a keep. This has literally been sat on my bedside table for the last 2 months because I've been like, this is my next read, this is my next read, and every time it's not been my next read. Same for Blood Orange by Harriet Tice, one that Rach has recommended to me so many times that I actually think she'll explode if I don't read it soon. And another one by Claire Douglas, Do Not Disturb. This is the older cover, I believe, but I quite like this cover. I think it's a little bit different. This has also been on my bedside table. Like these three, I'm not kidding, I've literally just been sat there and I don't know why I've not read them. Like, I just don't know why. Feed the Monster. I'm not sure about this. I think this is gonna be an unhaul. This is like a literary piece about why people are obsessed with horror. Not sure. It's on the unhaul pile. Watching You by Lisa Joel, definitely a keep. Definitely a keep. Literally a keep. It's just a keep, isn't it? It's Lisa Joel. How can you unhaul at Lisa Joel? Are you mad? I got this to take to Hay Festival. Didn't read a page. And now I feel like I won't. Is that bad? I feel like this was an opportunistic read and now I'm not there. I feel like I'm not going to read it, so I'm going to unhaul it. Oh, a little non-fic for you all. Healing is the New High. I'm not a non-fiction reader typically, but I have read all of Vexkin's books and I feel like they are just really... They're really easily digestible as like self-help books, so they're not like super intense, make these changes now books. They're kind of like more softly written and softly spoken and just genuinely really useful when you want to dip it in and out. So I am definitely going to keep this. I literally only just got it, the receipt's still in it, so I'm going to read that one soon. Wow, so many books here that I didn't even realise I had. Oh my gosh. So I got Don't Look Back by Jo Spain. This is a proper through and through holiday read. So this is going on the holiday reads pile. The Doctor's Wife by Daniel Hurst. Someone told me that these are very similar to Freedom McFadden books. So I thought I would give Daniel Hurst a try. It's a keep, it's not an unhaul. So my gorgeous friend Molly read this and recommended it to me. So of course I went and bought it when I saw it was in the works for like £2.50. So I'll get to this very, very soon because it's been very highly personally recommended to me. Oh, don't know what else doing in this pile. I recently reread this, guys. Just read it. No more words, read it. If you want something less dark, read it. The Last Party by Claire McIntosh. I'm also currently reading this. I'm reading The Echo Man physically and I'm reading Claire McIntosh's The Last Party on audio. I have read some actually. I've dipped in and out of the physical copy, but I've been driving a lot recently, so I have been listening to this. And at the end of part 1, I was literally like, I was doing something else and literally my jaw dropped. So I have a feeling this is going to be a very high rating. It was a little bit slow to start, but it's in a really good rhythm now. There is another pile, but I think these are all books I've read mainly. And then you've got like a couple of ones I just ordered. So the new Gillian McAllister I'm going to read very soon. I was waiting for this to come out in paperback because it's been very highly recommended. It's about a woman that like goes into an alley and she's just never seen again. I don't know, kidnap, murder, those kind of vibes. That's what we like around here. And then the rest are books I was just filming content with, so they just need to go back on the red pile. I think that's it. So if you could see what's in front of me right now, you would be having a panic attack too. It's absolute carnage. However, I've now organised these books into what I'm going to unhaul and what I'm going to keep, which is amazing. And in the process, we have completely decluttered the shelf, so I can take this down now, ready to be moved to the new house. So as I mentioned, please let me know if you liked any of the books that I'm about to unhaul. Quickly, if possible, so I can not unhaul them. And yeah, just let me know your general thoughts about today's video. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I cannot wait to see you next time.